Hello everybody, my name is David223 Gaming and welcome back to the channel. For the new people joining in, hello, hi, thank you for coming by. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss an upload or a stream. You never know what I might be doing here on YouTube. I kind of bounce from streaming on Twitch over to YouTube sometimes, but Twitch just performs better. But in this video, we are hopping into Ohio's finest roleplay scene and kind of discussing some things about this server, some pros, some cons, some negative things, some things that need to change, and some events that took place in our time in the server, and some personal experiences that we've had and dealt with. If you're curious about some of them and you want to see 100% raw, uncut footage of us in this server and in other servers, go on to my Twitch or over to YouTube. Both of them are the exact same name, Davis223 Gaming. Links will be in the description. But I do want to say this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to talk bad or talk down on this server. I'm not blaming anybody, but this server needs a lot of love and a lot of support, so then they can become something really, really big. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let myself, when I was recording this, continue speaking. But I just wanted to get in here and do a proper intro, because my intro was not that great. And I just want to say, if you guys want to see more FiveM, hit that like button, comment down what server you want us to go into and try. We like V-menu and realistic roleplay. So hopefully you guys enjoy. And be ready for videos coming
And then we
soon.
are going to ride around. So you guys know in certain servers, they have this building, but you actually cannot go into this building at all. It's like broken. You can see the interior, but you just cannot go inside of the building whatsoever. Kind of weird and kind of, I don't understand why they would even have it, but they do. But as you guys see, they have some added on stuff. They have like candy canes and things like that. But topic number one that we are going to be speaking about, and I'm actually going to turn off the engine just so you guys can hear me. Wow, gotta love when they change fucking shit for no reason. So, the server overall runs halfway decent, if I have to say so myself. Let me get out of the car just so we can do that. So, the server itself runs halfway decent. I'm not going to sit here and say it runs the best, but I have about 58 to 60 frames. I've seen about 40 before in here, but only when there's a decent amount of people on. But overall, this server runs the best that I've actually seen for all the added-on buildings they have. They have a court building over there in Sandy Shores. I think they even have a updated PD, which let me go drive around and show you guys it. I'm hoping that they don't try pulling me over and harassing me and all that shit. But let me just so I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm still kind of waking up when I'm recording this, but yeah. So the server runs really, really well. The fueling script is just, you go here, you hit E. When you get out, you'll grab a gas pump, and then you'll just hit E on the bed of your vehicle, and it'll just start refilling as time goes on. I'm not too worried about it just because I'm just doing this just as a video to advertise the server or show it off at least. Let me actually do this real quick. I don't want a gas pump. We'll walk in here real quick. And yeah, they got a little 24/7 in here and everything like that. It's kind of small, kind of dinky, but I mean, it's still a decent little building if I'm being honest here. And then there's a a car wash right there. So then you can go get your car washed and all that fun stuff. Pretty cool, if I'm being truthful. You could do some cool scenes there if you really, really wanted to. And then they have the 24/7 just basic. This building should look very familiar to you guys. Also, there's this too, another like car wash kind of thing. This building should look very familiar to you guys because it's from Cars. It's very, very cool, if I'm being honest. It's one of my favorite add-ons because it's got like a whole entire interior and everything of the nature. But if you guys want a more in-depth video of looking inside the buildings, showing how the inside of the buildings look and everything of the nature, just let me know, and realistically, we'll probably do it, if I'm being truthful, with all my buddies that are in the server with me and everything like that when we get back in. But yeah, that's a pretty cool building. That's where we typically go to get our cars from. Then we go over here, and this is the, I think it's like a city hall kind of building. It's like a city hall kind of building. It's got a whole interior and everything like that. And then we go over here. They have their updated Sandy Shores PD station and a ginormous medical facility. And like I said, normally I have a lot of head pops when they have all this stuff, but luckily I haven't had any head pops in this server, but like once in a blue moon. So I'd say it's pretty cool. Then they have the fire station that's upgraded. Sadly, they don't have an upgraded motel, but it is what it is. They definitely have a traffic mod or something like that, because the AI drive like fucking civilians. It's kind of insane. But we will go right on over here, because I think there is some things over here. I can't remember. All I know is there's a bunch of these random fucking poles and candy canes and bullshit. Actually, I don't think there is anything over here now that I'm thinking about it in my head. So we're gonna go back this way. And we're gonna show you guys a couple more things, because this is the next topic. I don't know if I said it in the video or not, but this is the added on buildings topic. So we're gonna go over here, and I'm gonna show you guys this building over here. The airport is just the exact same. It's nothing crazy, nothing cool. What the fuck are you pulling me over for? But they have this big old DOT building right here. And this is just a stock vanilla kind of thing. There's nothing special about the Yellow Jack or anything of the nature. It's just a basic little building and things of the nature. Yeah, that cop was just bored as shit. The jail is a little different, but I don't feel like going to jail just to show you guys that, because these cops will fucking arrest you for anything, we found out. And then, yeah, that's like a DOT building, so Department of Transportation. It's actually pretty cool, if I'm being honest, in there. I would show y'all, but I don't think I have clearance to go inside of it and shit, so I'm not gonna worry about doing that. But yeah, let's get into our next topic of the added on cars. So I'm gonna go this way to go away from all the civs, hopefully. And I'm gonna show you guys some of their added on cars and everything of the nature. But yeah, these guys truly have pissed us off last night, and some of these things that you guys are gonna hear me say, I mean with everything in me. And it's kind of sad, but it is what it is. But this is a added on car. This is the GT500. Dude, they really changed everything in one fucking night. Slash hood doesn't work or anything anymore. What the fuck? But they want to add this stupid shit. LEO interaction bullshit. Traffic control. That. Okay, whatever. I'll just do it the old-fashioned way, so give me a few minutes, because, you know, idiots. It's got a supercharged engine in it and everything like that. It's pretty quick. It's actually, I've gotten away from them a bunch of times in this Mustang, so that might be why they're just not fucking with me. But if you go to added on vehicles, they have a bunch of added on vehicles. They have a Civic, which is pretty sick. If I do say so myself, it reminds me of my buddy's Civic if it was just silver. Then they have a Honda Accord, which some of these don't load, but yeah, they have a Honda Accord. They have a K4 Turbo, which is that ugly ass car. Then they have an Impala, beautiful ass car. Then they have a GCM, which is just the higher end Mercedes. I don't even think, no, it's just not an AMG. They have a BMW F90, pretty nice sounding car. I think it has a burble tune. You can kind of hear it. And then they have a ginormous, oh no, this is not that. This is a hatchback BMW. Pretty cool.
So when I was initially recording this, I was like talking about every car, how it performed and stuff. I just decided to cut the audio out and just speed up this process of me showing you guys all the cars and everything of the nature. If you guys want to actually look at these cars yourself and test them out, join the server. But all I ask is do not be a troll, please. this server has potential to be the next big DOJ, and I really do not want some of you trolling people to come in here and then ruin it. Even though I know you're probably going to do that just because I said it. But I'm just going to say that now. We really do enjoy this server. It's just the owner needs to discipline their staff a little bit. And yeah, I'm not going to get too much into it because we do kind of want to maybe become staff on this server and things like that to help assist it. Because we really do. We main this server now. If I'm being honest, this is our main server. We've been maining it for almost a week now, I think. And honest to God, it's been really, really fun. Besides the few instances of a few idiots that want to fail RP, GTA Drive, VDM, abuse LEO abilities, and a bunch of other stuff that you're not supposed to do. But I have my fingers crossed that the owner of the server that claims that he just got back off of a leave of absence, he's going to clean everything up and get it back to where it should be. Because he said that it's never been this way before. I don't know how it happened. So hopefully we give him maybe a little week or something like that, and maybe it'll be better. I'm really praying it does, because this server really, really, really does have the potential to be the next big DOJ, and I'm not just saying that. So hopefully you guys enjoy looking at the cars. A lot of these cars are really, really good vehicles, if I'm being honest. I love the GT 500 because it's really, really fast, but also the F350 Super Duty. I think it's a Platinum, I believe. I can't really remember. That's really fast as well if you turbo it and max it out and stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed looking at the cars, and then I'll just cut back to my recording self.
So let's get into the nit and gritty part of it. And what I mean by that is how these civs roleplay. In our experience, our first night in this server, the civs did decent roleplays, but they weren't necessarily great roleplay at all. But it was good. It was better than any other server that we were, joining in and getting in and stuff like that. So we kind of just, dealt with it. It was later in the evening. It is what it is. Fuck it. You know what I mean? But the civs don't know how to properly roleplay. And if I remember, I'll put some clips in of how the civs were roleplaying against us last night. Was not fun or anything legit roleplay at all. They'll spawn cars out of the ass, they'll change characters right in front of you, aka they'll just do a bunch of fail roleplay kind of style stuff, and it's kind of irritating, if I'm being truthful. But one thing I also want to mention is there's not really anybody ever in this server. There's 7 people in here right now, and it's 2:30, 3 o'clock-ish on a Saturday. Fucking idiot. See, that's what I mean by the civs don't know how to roleplay. And they, the cops are gonna be my next topic, because they just, see, this is what I'm talking about.
Pull over, buddy, pull over. Hey! Hey, pull over, bud.
But the civs just don't know how to roleplay. And this is like what I'm talking about.
Pull over, dude. Hello.
If you ignore them long enough, they'll just leave you alone. But there's nothing really special about this server besides the performance, in my personal opinion, because the civs, I mean, they're decent, but they just love stealing our ideas. We were doing a whole scene with old people. There's no old people at all in the server. I start streaming, and then people are using the same ideas that we are doing and doing them themselves. Not cool, if I'm being truthful. They shouldn't do shit like that, because it's like, oh, you see other people doing those scenes, why are you just trying to follow them in the scene and copy them? I have no problem with you, copying some of my ideas and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's kind of messed up to steal people's ideas just because you see them in a stream and you just want to troll them. I don't like that too much. Now, let's get to the part that is the nit and gritty, and the part that I actually kind of want to sit down and talk to you guys about, because these next 2 topics are not going to be good at all. So let me get up here to the roadway up here, and we will conduct this conversation. This is also, they also have that gas station up there like in OCRP. But yeah, let's talk about the following topic: how the cops roleplay. Now, I would love to get on here and say the roleplay is very, very good from the police, but I know that they try to do realistic roleplay, but we've been getting nonstop harassed by police in this server over little things like, oh, you didn't use a turn signal. We all play on controller. I'm not going to use my controller, be turning left, and have to use the gas trigger, and then reach up, hit my left blinker just to turn left, to be legal. That's not a good rule to have in a server. That's actually also why we're thinking about making our own server now, because of how these servers have been acting, so be on the lookout for that. But I'll probably throw in some clips, but specifically Officer 1101, 1109, and any other officer that is a part of the bullshit scene that we had in my live stream, to where they were letting the criminal that was on scene answer the skybox instead of waiting for us, even though, I mean, they could tell who's who. It ruined a whole scene, and we literally had back-to-back scenes go, oh, this is a government issue, oh, this is a government issue, this is a government issue, when it wasn't a government issue. So, overall, the cops don't really know how to roleplay. Some of them roleplay really good and actually want to do their job to the fullest, like real cops do. But then you have these kids that are on the LEO that are just like, whatever, I'm going to ruin your fucking experience in the server and fuck everybody's day up. And also, the next topic goes into this topic. How do the staff and admins and the owners act, and how do they do their job? So let's start with how staff and admins do their job. I'll probably put in some clips of the civs harassing us, the announcement they put on the screen, and all the bullshit that we went through while I'm talking right now, so you guys have something to watch instead of me sitting here. Last night, we had non-stop problems with 3 or 4 or 4 Subarus. We were trying to set up multiple different scenes, but they kept on following us, pulling up to every scene. The admins made an announcement saying, if you follow every scene, there will be punishments given out. Yet, no punishments were given out. And they ruined one of our fake cop scenes. So, at the end of the day, the admins dick ride. I'm sorry to say that, but they dick ride people that are donators or members to their community. Just because you donate something, or you donate a certain amount of money, you donate a car, you donate a pack, you donate something to the community, or whatever it is, does not mean that you get a get out of jail free card in the community. That's not cool. That's not how you grow a community in a FiveM scene. That's actually how a lot of these big time servers have been dead. That's how they just died. Now, we had a good reaction with some staff members. I'll probably put a clip in here of it, but honestly, I don't know, because that was really, really far back into the recording. I probably won't do all that. But there was a guy that, he was really, really good. He wanted to help us. He understood where our frustration was coming from. He was actually a part of one of the scenes that the guy ruined, and a whole hoopla of a situation. Shout out to him. He's really cool. And then we also talked to the owner of this server. He's a very, very cool guy as well. He felt really bad that we were just being nonstop harassed. A bunch of fail RP, no intent to roleplay, VDM, RDM, GTA driving, and a bunch of other terrible things that should not be a part of a server. I'm not blaming the owner whatsoever for these things, but maybe do something. You've seen that we were so serious about being in your server. You've seen that we were serious about doing realistic scenes, in-depth scenes, in-detail scenes, and everything of the nature. Make us admins, make us staff, so then we can discipline the people in the server, so then we can help you build this server. Personally, I love this server. The CAD system to me is not that hard. It's simplistic in a way, because you literally just do T/set civ, and then you do space, and then do your civ's social security number, and it's boom, you register as that civ in game. Simple. But when it comes to the way that they handle VDM, RDM, and stuff like that, 9 times out of 10, when I'm in servers, I'm recording or I'm streaming. That's the 2 options. Now, when I do those things, I literally tell them, if you want to see what just happened, go back to my live stream, rewind, and you can watch everything. Oh, we can't do it that way, da 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 da. With all due respect, if somebody says I am live streaming, go to their live, review the live right then and there, and get the problem fixed right then and there. Because who the fuck is going to go out of their way during the middle of their live stream, clip something that happened that was fucked up, and then have to send it to you? Which all of that probably could take within like an hour or 2 hours just to do a fucking clip and send it to you. Instead of you taking 10 minutes or less to go back, watch part of the stream, and then boom, you have all the fucking evidence you need to ban or kick somebody. So, overall, the staff and the admins, they're kind of bad. There's one good one that we had a conversation with, but all the other ones abuse their powers, if we're being truthful here. And that gets us into the next topic that kind of goes into the member feature as well. Last night, the guys in the Subarus were abusing their LEO powers to a max. They were quote-unquote getting into the PD station, which that's a community rule that you cannot go into it unless you're LEO, because LEO are the only ones that have the perms to get into the locked doors. So normal civilians can't. But they were just going in, trolling my buddy Eugene and everything like that the entire time. And they overall ruined 2 scenes that we were trying to do. And it really irritates me because we really wanted to do these scenes. We made whole characters for these scenes. We made outfits. We did everything legitly as we possibly could. And these guys ruin it all down. They ruin it. And it's kind of irritating. It really is. Now, let's get into the last part of this video. And I'm just going to drive around and we'll talk about this while I'm driving. Do I recommend this server to you guys? Now, this is something that I've been thinking in my head this entire video about. Do I think it should be brought to the light of y'all to join it and make this community something that it is not right now? And my only answer to that is you choose what you want to do. I like the server's performance. I like how the owner talks, how that one staff member talked, and everything of the nature. But with it being a public server, how the civs act, how the staff don't discipline people, because the staff member literally spawned in above the guy, pulled him off to the side, teleported him to him, and then he just did nothing. No discipline, no anything revolving around kicking, banning, roles revoked, nothing.
So, as you guys are watching and looking at right now, this is the whole entire scene that I was just talking about with these guys. They were just following us non-stop. They seen that we got released from jail. They had to come over there just to mess with us and troll us. I'm about 90% sure that these are the guys that we decided to stand up to that were pretty much not being good LEO characters whatsoever. But, you know, retaliation works at its best because I have their names. I know exactly who they are in the Discord server, and I'm showing you them right now. I don't really care. They want to mess up all of our scenes. They want to nonstop follow us, nonstop, you know, just get our scenes ruined, VDM, RDM, and everything in the nature. And then, as you guys are about to see in a few seconds, the admin spawns in and does jack fucking squat. And like me and my buddy were talking about right here, because we were talking this entire time in this video. I mean, I just cut it out because I wanted to voice over it and say some other things that I didn't say when we were in this instant, but the admin did nothing. But I get the server was about to restart. I get that. But it doesn't matter. Do something. That's your whole job as an admin. But this is what happened. I just want to show y'all.
And the biggest thing for me was the fact that those guys were RDMing, VDMing, and all of this stuff, yet the police just refused to do anything revolving around it. And I mean anything revolving around it. And that's kind of messed up. They talk about, we want this server to be big, you know, it was really good before, and then I took a leave of absence, and then I came back, and then now it's this. I don't know what happened. Well, I mean, if you had admins and staff members that knew how to actually be staff members and admins, I mean, this stuff probably wouldn't happen. Now, would it? So, overall, if you guys wanted a, you know, good video, this video has its perks, but I'm not going to tell you guys to join this server. I'll recommend it if you have a lower end PC or something like that and you just want to play in a map that has added on stuff and added on cars. This is a good server, okay? Overall, they have an amazing foundation for a badass fucking server, but sadly, they let their lack of discipline and lack of anything to do with, you know, disciplining their civs, disciplining their LEO, disciplining their staff, disciplining their admins, all of these different things that they are supposed to discipline people for, they just lack the ability of doing. So, with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of this recording. This is just a short and sweet kind of video to where I just kind of wanted to get in here and talk about some of the things that's wrong with this server. Overall, if the owner sees this video, I appreciate you for taking the time and money out of your day to make this server. It is an amazing server at heart. You just have to work on your admins, your staff members, and also maybe some of these UI things because my radio thing is now glitched in the top right of my screen. So I can't get that fixed for some reason. I don't know why. But overall, guys, I will put the link in the description for this server. Try it out if you would like to. But just know if you're trying to get in here and do realistic roleplay, the chances of that actually happening are slim to none. So just keep that in mind when you are in the server trying to do roleplay. We try to do realistic roleplay, and sadly, the cops and the civs ruin it every fucking time. The civs will show up to every scene and ruin your scenes. The LEO will not pull you over for certain things, but then harass you for other things. Oh, hey, man.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm just making a video talking shit about this place.
Oh, what, this place?
Yep. There's a lot of shit that happened last night. Let's put it like that.
What happened last night?
I'll invite you. But, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to be launching in here and doing a scene with my buddy Freddy here. But, yeah, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and, hopefully you guys, enjoy this video. Like I said, if you want to try this server out, you can come and try it. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It is what it is. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what server you want to see us try out next, because we'll definitely try out some servers. So, just let us know.